progress being made. First, when Sal betrayed me with a sacrifice, I went stomping around in rage. Then I heard what happened. I proposed to Katara that we team up. And so in the fourth trade, Keiji and Katara's cards got traded. Then the fourth trade sure ended up punishing the loner now, meow. Hold on, Katara, weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? Well, somebody must have used his tablet while he was knocked out. That was why his tablet was left out. So, extract Katara's statement. See you acting funny, so I was convinced. The sacrifice had moved to ya. I wouldn't let it stand. I decided I'd knock him down and take my tokens back. Keiji noticed me then and came to talk. He persuaded me to give it up. Didn't know what Sal was thinking of after all. And so I trusted Keiji and had him take custody of all my remaining tokens. All of them? Let's see. Extract Jin's statement. That fourth trade sure ended up punishing the loner, meow. I'm sure Mr. Policeman was burning with the desire to see justice carried out, meow. He used the whole 50 tokens to trade cards with Muscle Gorilla just to defeat the loner wolf. Huh? Before, Mr. Policeman said he didn't have any tokens at the fourth trade, meow. Then he couldn't have traded wolf. Conflict with Katara and Jin Katara. So store, then you gave him all your tokens, meow? Sure did, and seems like that landed way out of Sal's ballpark. Shut up! Running out of leeway, are we? I've still got doubts. I can't be convinced with just that. After all, Keiji, why were you able to know about Katara having the Keymaster? Isn't the only way to do that during the main game with the Sage's power of clairvoyance? Huh, so you still don't know. Okie dokie, let's resume the discussion. We're able to extract a new statement from Sal. I just have to keep going. Extract Sal's statement then. That seeing through to who the Keymaster is isn't the only way to do that during the main game with the Sage's power of clairvoyance. Let's see. Extract Keiji's statement. When I learned about the sacrifice incident, I proposed to Katara that we team up. That said, when I first spotted him, I just pacified him since he was past. But I ended up talking with Katara, and we fought things over. In the fourth trade, I traded my card with Katara's Keymaster. But actually, I went and did this trade myself while Katara was passed out. Seems Katara figured out during the main game and was able to put the story together. It all owed to the power of that card, even my noticing of Katara's Keymaster. So, Sal and Keiji's statements. Let's see. The power of that card? You don't mean... yes, the Sage's clairvoyance, of course. The Sage could use clairvoyance even outside of the main game? That's what the tablets are for. Your attention didn't mention it! Unraveled all the mysteries now. This should prove it. Mr. Policeman used clairvoyance to see Katara's Keymaster. Then I made the fourth trade to swipe Katara's Keymaster and my Sage. And now, there isn't even a need to discuss the fifth trade anymore. Convinced of your victory earlier, you confessed I'm a commoner. Any other questions? No, there's something odd about Keiji's story. It'll become clear if I look back at the trade so far. The card I had at first was a commoner. Keiji's was the Keymaster. And in the first trade, the Keymaster was sent to me, and my commoner to Keiji. So from there, next, the second trade. The sacrifice went to Katara, and his commoner went to someone else. And then, next, the third trade. Sal initiated the trade that sent me the sacrifice, and Katara the Keymaster. And the fourth trade, the Keymaster went to Sage and went to Keiji and the Sage to Katara. The part that's strange, sure enough, is... I think it is strange that the Sage card is the weird one. Even without looking at the the gosh, the walkthrough, the Sage card had to be on Keiji at that point in time. That's right, the Sage is out of place. Keiji should have had a commoner this whole time. So why did Keiji have the Sage at the time of the 4th trade? Well, he's lied about having the Sage card. No, that's not it, because Keiji was able to see that Kitara had the Keymaster, so it's true that he had the Sage, but the trades don't make sense like this. That must mean Keiji's first card wasn't Keymaster. Keiji's first card being the Keymaster, that was a lie. Keiji had the Sage from the beginning, and so his clairvoyance let him see who had the Keymaster from the beginning too. Which is why in the first trade he could make me and the person with the Keymaster trade. But if he did that, hasn't he been lying to me this whole time? Are you really going to vote for Sal? Neo? Something's not right. We should discuss this a little more. Don't be stupid, you're a candidate now. If a discussion leads to you getting picked, I'm afraid to, but I just get a weird feeling. Are we sure Sal is really a commoner and that Keiji is the Keymaster? Something's odd. You're exactly right, but there are still mysteries remaining. In the 5th trade, why did someone trade for the sacrifice I had? And the other party was a commoner. This isn't a problem we can ignore. Yeah, Meow, this 5th trade. We should talk about it some. Woof. If by any chance we pick the sacrifice, we're done for, you know. We shouldn't need any more discussions. Keiji, digging up old conclusions is just gonna make us more lost. It's your turn to die, Sal. That's how it'll end. No. We can't do that, Keiji. As long as we have time, we should seek the truth. Alright. Let's do it. We'll discuss the roles of the 4 who are in the final vote. There's someone who moved Sarah's sacrifice via the 5th trade. If Keiji's the Keymaster, Sal, Kana, or Neo should be the sacrifice, right? Is Bologna really a commoner, Meow? Shouldn't we believe that, Wolf? Alright, Sal was convinced the whole time that Sarah traded away the sacrifice. In other words, Kana or Neo, which of them would have the sacrifice? I don't believe it. Keiji and Kitara are lying. For once, Sal is in the right there. Keiji and or Kitara are lying. Let's see the role of the 4th. Extract Kitara. Sal was convinced the whole time that Sarah traded away the sacrifice. That's to say, Sal fell for Keiji's trick, but occasionally for sacrifice or any other card, he didn't know one lick about the truth. If he'd stolen my tablet when he knocked me out, maybe he could have learnt my card. But I kept it on me at all times to avoid just that, kept it tucked beneath my clothes. Sal didn't have a chance to do tomfoolery, he's a commoner. His tablet, huh? You mean this tablet? Use selected item. Kitaro, you're saying you had your tablet on you at all times, yes? Yep, take a look, it's right here. And when you wake up, where was it? On the table in the Last Supper room. On the table? I'd call that you being off, Meow. As I thought. That tablet Kitaro has now as a spare. This tablet I picked up was lying near you when you passed out. What'd you say? I would assume this is Kitaro's original tablet. The question is, why was it lying on the floor? Sal took it. It's because Sal took the tablet from Kitaro. What? But they're locked by fingerprints, Wolf. Sure, but while near him, he could bypass that by simply pressing the fainted Kitaro's fingers to it. And so we arrive at an outrageous truth. What do you mean by that? Depending on when Sal looked at the tablet. He might have seen through our entire strategy. What? The worst time for it would be after the 4th trade. That's when Kitaro had the Sage, and I the Keymaster. If he saw the tablet then, he could use Kitaro's Sage power to also know I was the Keymaster. So, has Sal just been acting fooled? Shoot, you got me. Or not. What if I'm acting right now? Or maybe I'm telling the truth. Sal. Not good. Now there's a possibility of a Sal has for sacrifice. So as it stands, there's no way we can vote for Sal. But that doesn't mean we can't just vote for Kana or Neo either. Well then, let's resume the discussion, guys. We'll discuss who is safe to vote off. We've got to find the one with the least chance of having the sacrifice. Sal's an absolute no-go. He's most likely to pull this kind of trick. But between Bucket Girl and Big Sis Sarah, is there any real difference, Wolf? You need a certain amount of tokens to take the sacrifice from Sarah in the 5th trade. Yes, indeed. If you consider the token counts, you'll get your answer. Between Bucket Girl and Big Sis Sarah's any real difference? All I can think of is tokens, meow. Bucket Girl had a lot, and Big Sis only had a little, Wolf. What do we even do now, meow? Tokens. Those two have a common discussion about tokens. Like Jin says, Neo hardly had any tokens. Surely, she couldn't have taken but one to take the sacrifice from Sarah. Then, is Neo the one with the least likelihood? Wait, please! This isn't right. Big Sis Neo? Least likelihood? Are you going to kill me with such vague reasoning? Please, have another discussion. You're right, we can't end this discussion. What are you saying? I just remember something. There was a way anyone could get tokens. Miss Sarah, you know it too, don't you? From Alice's body? By trading with someone? By stealing tokens from Alice's body? I knew you could do it. Big Sis Neo wouldn't do such a thing, meow. But it's true, when I went to check the body, the tokens were already gone. And Neo was closely inspecting the room of lies. Now, it ain't just Neo who could have done it. Couldn't any of us go on with these tokens? In other words, everyone has the potential to possess a sacrifice. It all ends with a game of trust. Then that last action is going to be the key. The key indeed to victory. What were each of us doing at the time of the 5th trade? As in, the actions. Just before the main game started. Woof. Hope you can find the sacrifice. We have determined based on Sal, Kana and Neo's actions at the time of the 5th trade. Kana was nowhere to be seen, actually. I was sitting on the stairs thinking back on everything that's happened. I was on the laptop in the winner's room the whole time. Will you believe that? Kana wasn't really doing anything, just wandering absent-mindedly. Did anybody see what the three were doing? I was with Neo on the stairs of most of the time. I was searching all by myself to see if there were any other exits, meow. Kana, why aren't you speaking? Question her. Are you hiding something, Kana? Sorry, come to think of it, I feel like you were the only one I didn't see around. Really, where were you? I mean, I was looking for something I dropped. Something she dropped? Is that a lie? How do you question someone? Sort out? That's fine. Cancel. How do you question someone? Unless you... How do you question, though? It now says extract... Kana's statement, choose question her. Okay, this game is now confusing. It says extract statement, or Kana's statement, and it says choose question her. So what on earth is this all about? If only I hadn't passed out. Laptop. I can't take Sal's claim seriously. I was searching all by myself to see if any other exits. Or maybe we need to extract everyone. Come to think of it, didn't you tell me you found something while searching? Meow, yeah. There was a smartphone on the stairs, Woof. What? But it wouldn't even make calls, it was useless for escape, meow. Sit on the stairs. The hope of escape had vanished. I couldn't even stand up. Everything I'm saying is true, sir. Please save me. Please save you. Nail on the stairs. I eventually went to check the rubble-blocked exit. It was always the same hopeless situation, though. So I don't know what Nail was doing in that time. Your funny policeman was shoving aside rubble. I don't know a thing. Aha, okay, so there's a piece of the guy that's wrong. Kana, was it a smartphone you lost? How'd you know? Sure enough. I bet it's the same smartphone I found in Kana's first trial room. Jin, tell me, where'd you pick that up? It was on a ways down the stairs, meow. She must have just dropped it while we were all climbing upstairs, surely. That's not it. That's not it. Think back for me. When we were climbing the stairs, Sao and Kana were walking in front. If she had dropped the phone then, everyone should have noticed. In short, this was only dropped after we all climbed up to the exit. Kana dropped it while descending the stairs. What did she descend for? Why did you try to hide this, Kana? Because sir, there's a message on this phone, Wolf. Right, that's what's Kana's sister. Thank you, I love you, sister. Now it's Kana's turn to protect her big sister because that's how Kana can tone. Somebody manipulated this text again. Somebody keeps being an awful person. This. Please give that back. Hold on, did you write this, Kana? But Kana's big sister is already dead. Could it be the sister in this message is an AI? Her sister in heaven. It's referring to her sister in heaven? That's not it. I mean, if it's not that, this... Surely not. Is that right, Kana? Your sister here is me? Yes. I know it's strange, but to Kana you're... And so you wanted to save Sarah that much? Yes. Hey, Kana. Was it you who traded away Sarah's sacrifice? To avoid using the renut box in the winner's room, you returned to the third floor to trade. Hey now, you're talking like Kana's... Are you saying she took the sacrifice to protect Sarah? That's so... It's inconceivable. No, I don't want to conceive of it. Deny it, Kana. What worthless reasoning. That's all a load of... No, it's all correct. You idiot, don't say anything! Kana did the fifth trade. She won't hide the truth anymore. Nah. Kana did it. Something else doesn't add up. She took the sacrifice for herself. This is just the worst outcome. A self-sacrifice, Kana? Sal, you caught on at some point, didn't you? That's why you were trying to move the votes towards Kana. Shut up. Since there was no other way for Kana to survive. Please wait. Will you listen carefully to what Kana has to say? Progress then. With the fifth trade, Kana switched her card and Sarah's card. Once she knew escape wasn't possible anymore, she had no idea what to do. Then she looked at the phone. Seeing her sister's words calmed her heart, and she came to despise herself for not being able to do anything. This whole time, Kana had just kept betraying her sister, the others, Sarah. She just had a feeling that Sal had sent the sacrifice to Sarah. Kana doesn't get the complicated trade talk. She can't even reason out who gave what who. Even so, she was certain of just one thing. Because Sarah was so kind, she couldn't trade the sacrifice to anyone. Kana. She didn't want to let Sarah die. And also, she didn't want to make Sal a murderer. That seemed more painful than her own death. So she traded her commoner for Sarah's sacrifice. Canna? But... Disclosure. Commoner. The card she received was a commoner. What? Hacking. There's been a hack here. Kanna doesn't understand either. She's sure she traded with Sarah, but it wasn't the sacrifice. There's been a manipulation to the cards. It's all true, please believe me. Anyway, we just have to talk about Kanna's statement. Yeah, anyone could be the sacrifice here. Where did the sacrifice card go? More progress. I can't believe Bucket Girl will. She's lied trying to confuse us. Well, maybe Kanna just messed up who she was trading with or something. Some unique situation that caused the roll to just disappear. Is that possible, I wonder? You can't trust electronics was blank. The tablet errored and the trade got messed up. Don't tell me, what if Sal hacked the roll cards themselves? I don't know what to believe. I can't see through to the truth of their hearts right now. So we might just have to find the objective truth. The truth, huh? So, extract Kitara's statement. Maybe Kanna just messed up who she was trained with or something? I don't know how the Rena boxes work, but if you're just saying names into the receiver, they could be mistakes. And yet my sacrifice definitely moved. Ugh, if it ain't Kanna's mistake, then maybe the floor master personally changed the destination. Something like that. Gasha changed the trade? Come to think of it, wasn't Millie talking about some transgression of Gasha's just before the main game? Exactly. Neo. This might be an absurd question, but Sal was spending his remaining time messing with the laptop in the winner's room, right? I wonder, did he hack the card data then? Is that even possible? Because, I mean, there isn't anyone but Sal who could cause an irregularity, is there? Someone who could cause an irregularity. Yeah, an irregularity was Millie. There was a possibility. Something separate from Sal's hacking. And an irregularity that definitely occurred. The transgression by Floor Master Gashu. Huh? Say what? Remember what Millie said before the main game? Gasha, are you listening? You've really gone and mucked things up. You made a flagrant transgression, one that shakes the very core of the main game. And despite being such a huge transgression, hadn't shown itself at all thus far. And now, this illogical movement of the cards that's tormenting us. Could this very issue be Gasha's transgression? If we believe Kanna, that's the only explanation. You're saying the coup tampered with the card movement. But for the Floor Master, what would be the merit of doing that? Well, I don't think there is a merit, but there could be some merit. There is some merit, and that's why Gasha pushed us through the argument. I see. If this goal could be made clear, maybe we'd know. Who we moved the sacrifice to, that is. Quite the off-mark inference. Is it alright for you to be using your time on this, Gasha? If you haven't engaged in any misconduct, then promise us. I know the Floor Master's code. If we can't expose your transgression, this main game won't count. We demand a second attempt 24 hours later. You just know everything, don't you? As to be expected from Miss Sarah Chinderwin. Promise or no promise, I will simply carry out my duty as per the code. You for real? With 24 hours we can make another shot at escape. But you are certain? If you cannot prove it, you will only be losing time for spending on other reasoning. It's okay. This new possibility we've spun. This theory wasn't being directed at Gashu. Sal, please tell us the truth. The other possibility is that you did some sort of hacking to the roll card, Sal. If we know whether that claim is true or not, we can fight. Let's all combine forces to win an extension. Kana. Yes? You really don't have the sacrifice? It's okay, Kana really doesn't have the sacrifice. I see. I didn't access the roll cards. I didn't do any hacking to them. Sal. That's the truth, mister. No lies, no tricks. Shut up, Sal. Alright, let's quit deceiving each other. Let's work to expose Gash's transgression. Just what I want to hear. This is a turning point in our destiny. A path we could never have reached if we were trapped by endless suspicion. The path of us all trusting each other and battling the kidnappers head on. Together we'll expose Gash's misdeed. Let's see. Blue now. Gashi had something to gain from tampering with the trade. You think he had to sacrifice to go to someone he wants to kill? Or else, you think there was somebody who Gashi didn't want to die? Is there an answer in the clues we had left? There's a fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. Sal's statement. It's out there, but maybe in reality Gash is an ally. Like he wanted this to be exposed so he could put a stop to the main game. Is that too unthinkable? Now, let's see. Let's see. Extract. Is there an answer in the clues we have left? Out of all the evidence we've seen so far, is there anything related to this transgression? I think there is. If there is, I should show it to Kana. If there isn't, I should tell her there isn't. There isn't. No, none of the evidence. That's what I thought. We discussed all the evidence already. Unless there's some new evidence that hasn't come up in discussion, I don't see any leads. Some yet unused evidence. Let's see. The 4 papers. To Kana. Use selected item. The only clue that hasn't been used yet is this roster. It looks kind of familiar. That's just like the torn up paper I found in the first world, Meow. Though what use could this have? Why? Why do you have that? It has Gash's name on it, actually. Huh? Millie? Curse her. Handing internal documents to participants? Internal documents? Gasha, just what is this roster? What indeed? He caught on to the fact I don't know what this means. You did good, Sarah. Huh? Gashi just made a slip of a tongue. You freaked him out. Whatever could you mean? Kai was a whole lot better at playing dumb, huh? What meaning could those papers have? I can't even guess, but there's value in solving this mystery. We ain't got time. Let's thoroughly talk out anything suspicious about this roster. Right, secrets of the roster. There are 4 bound sheets and 4 names on each sheet. Besides our names, there's a bunch of names I even heard. This roster doesn't seem to be sorted by name. Hold on a sec. There are participants whose names aren't this, huh? A roster is reminding me of something, Meow. If you want to look closer at the roster, tell Mr. Police and we'll look at it together. So, extract Sal's statement. Joe isn't on this either. What are you trying to say? Sorry, no ill will meant. I'm just laying out the facts to reason them. Counting them now, there are 4 of us participants whose names aren't listed here. 4 of us? Jin's statement. It was reminding me of something. Roster. Oh, I remembered it now. The bar on the first floor, Wolf. There was a list of names on the blackboard. Now that you mention it, there was a roster too, but I couldn't possibly recall everyone's names. I memorized it. Drink was Alice, Kai, Kazni, Keiji, Shinshuki, Sao, Nami, Michi, Mai, Megumi. Megumi was was Keiji's boss. Rico, Guitar, Meow, Can't Drink. Gasha wasn't a participant then. Anza, Kana, Jin, Kyugi, Sarah, Joe, Neo, Henaka, Ranmaru, Wolf. That's amazing, Jin. Easier than learning the prefectures of Japan, Meow. By the way, Big Sis, your roster is missing the names Kai, Sao, Kyugi, Joe, and Neo. This is important info. Was I useful, Meow? You sure was. So, store statement. And apply store statement. Sao, what did you just say? Huh? But there are 4 people's names missing. Meow. Kai, Sao, Kyugi, Joe, and Neo aren't listed, so... Huh? There's 5, Wolf? I guess I rushed and miscounted, sorry. Hey, do we really need to worry about little mistakes right now? That mistake isn't just a trivial issue. Why did Sal get it wrong? That's what's important. Sal has a different name. Gasha, tell us how many participants were dragged into the death game. That would be 20. There are 16 listed on the roster, and there's 5 people missing. Plus 5 who aren't listed, doesn't it add up to 21? One too many. What's that mean, Meow? There were exactly 20 names on the blackboard, Wolf. Well then, let's compare the names on the blackboard roster with those on the blackboard. Let's see. Okay, so Sowers is on here. But there's a person called Shin who was a free hopper. Sao and Shin are free hoppers. 5 not listed on the roster. Kai, Sao, Kyugi, Joe, and Neo. Let's remove those 5. On the first sheet, all 4 names are present. The second sheet, similarly, all 4 names are here. The third sheet, all 4 names are there. Now we've got someone called Shin. Huh? Shin Taskimi, that's the only person on the blackboard. Meow. We derived a 21st person. So who the hell is this? One of us. It is one of us. Okay, let's calm down. What does it mean exactly? An alias? If someone is using an alias, I see. Shin Taskimi is one of us. And they rewrote their alias on the blackboard. No way. Interesting. If we follow that logic, Shin Taskimi has already been identified. Say what? Sarah, let's work this out. If all the names on the paper roster are real, there's someone whose real name hasn't been revealed. Someone not on the blackboard. Is someone not on the blackboard? Oh, you tried. If all the name... Okay, so it's on the roster. It's one of the people not on the paper roster. Kai, Sao, Kyugi, Joe, or Neo. Right you are. Alright, let's discuss those 5 names. Truth. This is my real name. Professor Mishima always called me Miss Neo. I'm using my real name too. It was written at a prize exchange, right? Kyugi is the name of Kana's sister. If Big Bro Joe was using a fake name, Big Sis Sarah would figure out right away, Meow. Kai's name was on his laptop based on the email log. Should be his real one. If you want to check the roster, come tell Mr. Policeman anytime. What's the matter, KG? Oh, just impressed by how calmly he could lie. Lie? Sarah, recall the prize exchange. The prize exchange? Huh? Remember, there were photos, but no names anywhere. Ah, that was right. I must have had it wrong. Sal, what exactly are you afraid of? Afraid, Sal, is... You said you'd tell the truth, right? To defeat Gasha together. We are allies. Try trusting us, Sal. No. Shin Taskimi. Sao is Shin Taskimi? I want to trust you all too. But I... Sao. He's trying to say something. It In that case, I'll draw him out. I don't want to draw him out, but I guess I have to in order to advance through the game. Let's see. Oh, there again. I wonder if there's a time limit to this sort of thing. Because sometimes the track can't be that easy to pinpoint. Okay, there we go. I think that should be it. Hopefully it is the case. Sal, this is a moment to reveal your true self. My real name is Shintaskimi. I'll tell you everything, even the secret of that roster. You know about it, Meow? Yeah. Because that's exactly the same as what I got in my first trial. What'd he say? Tell us, what the heck does this even thing mean? It's the victory rates for the participants in the death game. There's the weird percentages on the left, right? Those are everyone's chance of surviving the death game to be end. Their odds of winning. Dumbass. How would they figure that out? Because they tested it with AIs. They used the AIs of us to run tests. Right. They run simulations of innumerable death games. All done entirely digitally. They explained at horrible length to me how accurate this data was, and I saw my own percentage. Nil point. 0%. Certain death. I absolutely cannot survive this death game. That's why I had to abandon myself. I don't want to die. I can't stop shaking. I'm gonna be killed. Everyone will vote for me and kill me. I don't want that. Hey. Hiya. A shadow illuminated by light spoke to me. Just a random question. But you know what a majority vote is. He talked to me and cornered me. Okay then, let's go. Gosh. It hurts. Stop. Strength in numbers. You're a helpless sheep who'll be eaten by the strong. If you don't want to die, you change. I threw Shintaskumi away. Dear me, what a heart-wrenching tale. But time has expired, everyone. Oh, dearie me, the final discussion then. We're out of time, so it's nearly time for voting. Hold on a sec, our discussion. Did you make any progress? It was all unrelated to my transgression. Revealing the truth of the roster. Did that make any progress? That's... Hey, Sal, you got any more info on this roster? If I did, I wouldn't hide it now. Sarah, is there any other evidence that proves his transgression? I have important information. Or if there isn't. I have important evidence. Let's hear it. What would it be? Stun gun. Victim video. Let's see. Is there a way to get rid of this? Unfortunately, it appears to prove nothing. No way. Is it hopeless? Maybe there's nothing else we could do. Are you giving up, Sarah? I rewrote the blackboard and also... I destroyed my monitor in the monitor room. Gosh. I told you everything just like I swore. So please, you're begging for me, Sal. Win us an extension, please. It's impossible. Sarah? I mean, there are no leads. Kanna will fight. Kanna? I'm going to struggle too. If Big Sarah's tired, sorry, we'll come up with something and win, Meow. Yeah, we're not giving up. Everyone. Guess we just don't know when to call it quits. But sure enough, I don't think we'll win unless you're with us until the end, Sarah. Guys, our discussion's definitely progressing. We unraveled the mystery of this roster. Let's trust that the truth of his transgression lies beyond that answer. This is your final discussion. Use it meaningfully. Thanks for that. Make a choice. Or the final discussion. Got it. This roster lists the chance of survival for the participants in the death game. You said they determined these chances of victory by running simulation with AIs, right? Is there something about these sheets we're still overlooking? There only being 60 names makes you wonder, right? If Sal was an alias, that means there's actually 4 not listed, right? Yep. Kai, Kyugi, Joe, and Neo are the 4 not on the roster. Kinda curious how Sarah's chances of victory are the highest, huh? So... extract... Sal's statement. Even I wasn't told any more details than that. I just got a whole lecture on how exact and unmistakable their data was. Could you call anything else at all? What is it? Now that I think about it, they might have used the word candidates, not participants. Well, not that there's any difference between participants and candidates, is there? If there's a chance the kidnappers were using those terms distinctively, then maybe... participants and candidates. Neo. You said they determined those chances of victory by running simulation with AIs, right? Our AI cells must have killed each other over and over to produce this data, and then been reset to do it all over again. Could that monitor room have been replaced if they did test runs? Oh wait, they're AIs, so they'd only have to fight digitally. True, no reason they would have needed to assemble in that room. Come to think of it, I heard there was something unique about the AIs in the monitor room. That they were all the candidates who survived the first trial. All the candidates who survived the first trial. So, Shin didn't even survive the first trial. Hang on. What's this about candidates? Are participants and candidates really the same? The participants, those are the 20 people who were brought into this death game. Then, what are the candidates? Those qualified to win. It's true with the qualifications, those who fulfill the qualifications to be the ultimate winner. And with that in mind, if Gashu, who swears loyalty to the organization, were to make a transgression, he tried to kill a non-candidate. What if there was one of us who didn't have the right to victory, a non-candidate? Gashu would try to kill them. That's why he tampered with the sacrifice. I should know by now. Who here is not a candidate? Please select the non-candidate. Who's not a candidate? Let's see, roster. Neo's not on here, even though her name was on the blackboard. No need to root all of them. Yes, you're not a candidate by this roster. Neo. Yes, you have a sacrifice card, don't you? Huh? This roster lists the names of the candidates, those who are qualified for victory. Even Shin Tetsuki, with a 0% chance to actually win, is listed. But Neo, out of us survivors, your name is the only one missing. And in the monitor room too, there was no AI of you. No, there didn't exist a Neo AI to begin with. Because you were an outsider who didn't meet the qualifications to be a candidate. And so Gasha tried to kill you. He sent the sacrifice card with its high risk of death to Neo. This was your transgression, Gashu. Fantastic, simply fantastic. Well done, Missions, but with overpowering. You solved it. Yes, indeed, you are the chosen one. It's over. All the energy's leaving me. Our long discussion. And at the end, we earned it. Victory. A moment's survival. I'm sorry, everyone. I kept quiet about the sacrifice the whole time. When I thought about what would happen if we wouldn't about to expose him, I just couldn't say it. Let's see now. I wish you'd have been brave. It's entirely reasonable. It's entirely reasonable. I might have done the same thing in your situation. I'm sorry. Please stop it. All the fault lies with Gasha. Answer me, Gasha. Kansas. This death game. What's all of it mean? I will say but one thing. Everyone, have you ever harbored doubts about your upbringing? That is my first and last hint for you, so it's your only hint. Mr. Chindowin, you have overlooked something important about the Floor Master's code. About the code, it is written clearly. Aha! If there is misconduct during the main game, it either proceeds with a transgressor's death, or must be retried 24 hours later. And I promised you that I would fulfill my duty as per the code. If I take responsibility on my life, then the main game shall continue. You're kidding! Stop! Everyone, please earn victory. Well, he just... No, wait! This is... He offered himself. Gasha! No! This is impossible. It should be over. Why this? He was going to do this from the start. Why? For just a day's extension, we hung on stubbornly and put our lives on the line. And yet Gasha casually throws away his life. He easily shot down our hope. Who could be capable of such a thing? He's a demon. A demon. We shouldn't have... Cephalin? Please, it's an emergency, right? Suspend the main game. I can't do that. I can only act as a substitute. No. You're really going to continue. This is all within the rules. If I refuse, everyone will die. This isn't right. This isn't right at all. I'm begging you. It doesn't have to be 24 hours. At least let us retry. I'm sorry. I'll do anything. Anything, just please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Damn it. Neo. Neo is the sacrifice. No one will vote for her. And we need to choose too. One of the commoners. Sal or Kana. Final round. Let's see what we've got here then, as the final round. Neo's a sacrifice. I'm the keymaster. We can only vote for Sal or Kana. I guess it's clear who you'll vote for. Let's see now. Let's see. Extract Kana's statement. Extract Sal's statement. Oh, extract. There we go. Everyone, won't you vote for Kana? Why would we want to do that? I guess it's clear who you vote for. I'm tired. As much as I contribute, everyone's going to choose me, right? Please, someone save me. Let's see. This is Sal and Kana's statement. Store statement. Huh? What are you... Please vote for Kana. What are you saying, Kana? I'm sure I understand. Between Sal and Kana, which of us isn't necessary? Stupid, don't say that. Kana already intended to die from the moment she tried to trade for Sarah's sacrifice. Kana, please, this is about the only thing Kana can do. In exchange, I want you to believe in Sal. Because he's really... Oh, shut up, Kana. He's manipulated you this whole time. Why can't I say anything? Kana's thrown her life away to protect Sal. Am I just going to watch in silence? Kana. Don't be ridiculous, Kana. Sal? Self-sacrifice? That's worthless. You really are a kid, Kana. A thoughtless kid with a backwards notion that if she dies, it'll solve everything. My feelings won't change. Be quiet, Kana. Guys, we have our conclusion. Hurry up and vote. Sarah, you hated me from deep down, right? Aren't I awful? Yes, you are. You won't get another chance like this. Sal, Kana doesn't have any wisdom and can't even hack. I told you shut up, Kana. Please remember the first main game. We all chose Kai as the victim. For our survival, we didn't choose by feelings but logic. But wasn't that a mistake? Real failure is wavering. Not trusting your beliefs is weakness. Stop it. And this time, the right thing is to choose logic so that you can escape. You should choose Kana. Just stop it. The light. That's it. It's time to vote. I cannot wait any longer. Touch your voting tablets or everyone will die. Got it. Mr. Policeman. Just voted for Kana. KG! Thank you very much. This ain't a joke. I'm ashamed of you, KG. Sacrificing a kid for the sake of adults. That's a demonic choice you just made. I'm voting for Sal. You're right, Kitaro. I don't think Kana's a burden at all. My vote is for Sal. Fine by me. Now if we just vote for ourselves, that's 3-2. Jin, it should be an easy choice for you too, right? I do hate the loner, but it's not like I want him to die. Dumbass, if you don't choose me, I'll use you next and get you killed. Really? Save Jin. You don't have to take responsibility, Jin. Big Sis Sarah, if you vote for Kana, it'll be tied to 3-3. Your vote won't cause anyone to die. But, Big Sis Sarah, your vote will. It's okay, Jin. I'll take responsibility. I voted for Bucket Girl, meow. Now it's just me. My vote will decide everything. It'll decide it all. Ah. We did it, Sarah. Neo? Do you remember the conditions for a sacrifice to win? The sacrifice wins, even if there's a tie for first. Now Sal has 3 votes, Kana has 3 votes. And, as a sacrifice, I can vote for myself twice. If you vote for me, that's 3 votes for everyone. I can win by a tie for first. Say what? Let's return home together, Sarah. Oh my gosh. Big Sis Sarah, you won't do that, right? Oh, Sal. Voting for Neo would lead to an ending of sorts, wouldn't it? But no. Look at you there, Sal. Just primed and ready for action. Why the hell could we vote for KG, honestly? That's a pointless vote. It's a 3-3-2 situation here. If we vote for Neo, there'll be 3-3-3, but Sacrifice holds priority over commoners because they don't have any power. Why am I taking so long to do this? It's going to be Sal. Yeah, we'll vote for you. All votes have been received. Displaying results. That's just fine, Sarah. You hated me enough to kill me, isn't that right? That's true. I did want to kill you. That's why you weren't mistaken at all. Well then, I'll announce the results. The Keymaster was KG, the Sage was Kutaro, the Sacrifice was Neo Igokaro. I see, so this is your answer, Sarah. Neo. It's strange. I couldn't stop shaking from fear, but the moment you decided, that stopped. I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't have to betray you all. Neo. Damn. Damn it, Neo. I'm glad I could met you. I should be saying that. If you weren't around, Neo, Thank you. Neo. I wonder if I'll meet the professor over there. I want to finish the painting. Well then, it's time for the execution. Wait! Miss Sayo, take this. Oh no! Why are we giving the button again? That's the same button we had for Joe. It's an instant death switch. Unless you want her suffering to be long, you just have to push it. I don't want to. Don't push. Begin. Don't. You keep saying, "Oh gosh, this is disgusting." Like, doesn't even matter. Like, we're just gonna be held here until that happens. She's not speaking anymore. Neo, why are we given this harsh responsibility? Neo expired. She was one of the characters I wanted to survive. Professor, I'm sorry. The present I was going to give you, I still couldn't finish it. That's alright. You'll have plenty of time now. Yes. Damn it. It was all Professor Mishima. Neo was one of those characters I really clung trust to. Why were we given that responsibility? I couldn't push the button. To the very end, Neo said she didn't want to die. There's no way I could push it. Once again, I couldn't protect them. They died again. Next is Sal. But wait! Stop it already, please, Cephalene. Please move aside. I need to activate the device. Don't kill Sal. Don't kill our ally, please. Ally? Worthless, so worthless. You don't have any last words, do you? I'll begin to be executed. I'm not gonna die. Huh? You took off your own collar. You think I'll do what you want? Your collar? What? How'd you remove it? X is that way, huh? It's futile. This facility has a defense system. And it looks like it activated. God. Got weapons like this, too? No dice after all. Pathetic. After all I did. Maybe I should have believed in everyone. Exactly, Sal. Your trickery and deceit brought you here. Miss Sarah. There's actually just one thing wrong in your reasoning. And I'll tell you what it is. My final present. Your final present. Why we're back here? Where did Sal go? Ruined corridor. My feet move as if guided by something. Some sort of premonition is calling me. Room of rubble. There he is. Sal! Sal's body is limp. No! You can't, even after you got your collar off. You said you wouldn't let the kidnappers do what they wanted, right? Please, please respond. I keep shaking him, but he isn't moving a muscle. That's what the dream is. That's what Sarah's vision was earlier. Of Sal dying. No. Sal has already expired. Wow. Even Sal. Everyone just keeps dying. Whatever I do, as much as I struggle, it was all mean. Shut up, Sarah. I can't stand up anymore. Something's responding. I hear a noise from the monitor. Why is this on, I wonder? No, that doesn't matter. I don't want to think anymore. Nothing is going to change now. My actions cannot affect anything. Everyone's dying, just like Sal here. Huh? Something's off. Why is Sal in this position? Don't tell me Sal was trying to use this machine. Yeah, and all the lights are green. Looking closely at the keyboard by his hands, there are bloodstains from him using it. Did Sal turn on this monitor? But for what? I looked at the monitor. Why is Joe there? What? Is this some kind of joke again? There was a familiar face. The face of my best friend who I always saw at school. Joe. Is this Sarah? What's going on with me? Inconceivable. It's another hallucination. I've finally broken down. Because I shouldn't be an AI of Joe. But that doesn't matter to me right now. Joe, is that really you? Huh? Yeah. Sarah? Sarah, what are you crying for? I couldn't do anything. I killed you, even though you were my best friend. Sarah, but still, I vowed to everyone that we would escape together. And yet they kept dying. Professor Mishima and Kai and Alice and Neo and Sal. I couldn't protect anyone. I couldn't save anyone. I couldn't do anything. My heart has buckled under. Get a hold of yourself, Sarah. Joe? When did you become such a whiner? I mean, those tears don't suit you, Sarah. Why? You're so cold, Joe. No, he's trying to make her believe. You know. We were hanging out all the time before we even knew it, huh? Having stupid talks on summer break, buying junk food after school, getting Ryoko laughing at us. And when my grades tanked, you were the one freaking out, Sarah. Never asked to go studying. Oh, and I remember all those dumb requests you made me sing at karaoke. I sung it with all I had. So you're cracking up. Every day was super fun, man. And when bad stuff happened and it wasn't fun, you were there talking to me. Sarah, I feel nothing but gratitude for you. Gratitude? I don't know about all this betrayal or dying, don't have any memory of that part. But I know this. You'll always make choices I can trust, Sarah. Joe, were you thinking I hate you or something? Don't put me down, Sarah. I'm not that self-righteous a guy. So don't cry anymore, Sarah. So cheeky. When you're Joe of all people. Sarah, believe in yourself. I'll always follow you. You know, like a dog. Your shadow. Ah, that's right. Guess I should say, well, it's hard for a guy and a girl to say this sort of thing to each other, but I love you, Sarah. You're my best friend. I always wanted to say that too. Ah, Joe, you're my best friend. I won't cry anymore. I won't lose. Please always watch from close by. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. And also, thank you, Sal. It was always clean to me. This false hallucination I created, but now that's gone. I won't look at it anymore. I'll move forward, and I'll end this death game. Sarah! I'm okay now. Big Sis Sarah! That look on your face. Listen to me, everyone. We aren't going to kill each other anymore. They won't make us do that ever again. I'm going to end the death game. I'm on board, no matter how tricky our opponents. I'm gonna fight too. Yeah, that's right, I'll avenge Neo and Alice. I don't want anyone to die either. I'll make him learn Sal's regret, meow. I won't submit anymore. Everyone is prepared. We won't lose our way. Let's claim our future. Indeed we shall. Indeed, Your Turn to Die Chapter 2 end. Hell yeah! Now on to Chapter 3. You're doing well, Sarah. Are you like another version of... No, you're the hatted individual from Chapter 1 in that game where we had to shoot dummy bullets and real ones. You're... Yeah, who are you? Your father's glad you You're the individual. Now, let's begin, shall we? The final death game. To be continued in the final chapter. But chair. Hey there, can you hear me? Yes. Good, glad you responded. I'd like to know soon about the death game you were involved in. It's not anything too difficult, is it? It's like a future event where we're being interrogated by the police. Retrace memories. Thanks. A normal high school girl, Sarah Chinwin, and her best friend, Joe Tasuna. One day they were pulled into a cruel death game. Rather than submit to fear, they chose to cooperate with the other participants. But alas, high school teacher Kazumi Mishima became the first victim. There's no stopping that they would kill each other. After a cruel majority vote, Homoka Kai Satu died. And Sarah's best friend Joe died as well, unable to defy his fate. Sarah became tormented by hallucinations. As her heart crumbled, the power only continued. Now a question. Which of these two died? Alice died. Was Alice Yoba saying the victim? Yes, he was. Exactly. The next victim was murderer Alice Yabusane. As desperately as they tried to grasp escape, their enemies gave their very lives to stop it. When the main game occurred once more, Ashu Neo Igokuro died. Now then, another question. Which of these two died? It was him. He was the victim. Good, so you remember it well. The next victim was self-described job hopper Sao Hayori. After removing his collar using the last of his strength, he started up a Joe AI. At last, Sarah reunited with her best friend and awoken from her long nightmare. But death game is not over yet. There's only 6 of us alive. Keiji and Kutaro are going to be the next 2 to be competed, aren't they? Because remember, Jin was on the verge of death, but survived. Riko could have died over Alice, but Alice died. Kana could have died, but Sao died. Keiji and Kutaro are the only ones left that have left to be pitted against one another who could die. But Jin could also have a say in this somehow. Like, it could be like a 3-way tie or something. Oh, we could also be in the roster as well, actually. It could be, it could... Actually, think about it now. That book we discovered at the beginning of Chapter 2, Part 2, the one which prophesies Sarah's demise, that could also be a contributor. So it could be Sarah or Keiji, or Sarah or Kutaro, or Keiji or Kutaro, Kutaro or Jin, Jin or Keiji, Sarah or Jin. But Riko and Kana are the only ones that are guaranteed survival. I think anyways, because if this is the final chapter, so chapter 3 is the final chapter, then we've got 2 guaranteed survivors in all this. 6 remain. But there's only 1 that remains, actually. Kana was always with her big sister, because she loved her a lot. But Kana was always just a bother to her. Even at that time when it mattered most, she couldn't do anything. So she thought she was hated. But that message made her remember that surely her big sister was watching over her. That she had to stay strong on her own. But well, the truth is she knew that it wasn't her sister who wrote that message. It was Sal that wrote that message. There's people who try to protect Kana. protect, trick Kana. There's people who work to encourage her. So she didn't want anyone else to die, because they're all such kind people. Your turn to die. Death game by majority. Everyone, this floor will be closed off soon. Please proceed to the next floor quickly, or else your collars will... Yeah, I know. Miss Sarah, could it be that you're cured of my hallucinations, you mean? It felt like I'd been having a bad dream. I tortured myself with hallucinations of my own making. But I've woken up now. No, we won't lose to the likes of you. Right. Best of luck then, Miss Sarah. Just what I've come to expect. You always stand right back up, Sarah. It's not like it's on my power alone. You mean so? Can't say I had a handle on I'm up to the very end, because I keep getting used and falling for lies. But it's the truth that he tried to protect Kana. Guess so. Kana, don't go thinking about giving yourself up ever again, alright? You've got to give the kidnappers a beating Sal would have given them. Ain't that right? Yes! But not just for Sal, for Neo too. Yeah, Neo. That's why we've got to pull out all the stops now. And first up is the next floor, cause it'll kind of throw a wrench in things if our collars activate. We'll restart our escape plan once we're on the next floor, Meow. This time, let's escape for sure. Kana has clearly changed. I might say she's gotten stronger. With each sacrifice we change. That's right, so no one's death will be in vain. Let's get a move on, everyone. Right, after you, partner. In the next time. This has been long enough. I'm actually going to see what happens if we vote for Neo in the next time. It's going to be like, I don't know, some kind of massacre ending, where only Sarah and Neo get out alive. But I wonder why Sarah's like, if you choose me, Sarah, then we can escape together, sort of thing. Kind of like an ultimate kind of sacrifice sort of thing. But yeah, folks, thank you so much for watching. See you the next time of Your Turn to Die. But what would happen if we voted for KG there, actually? That would also be a shout out, because, well, it would be pointless. Like, it would be a Sal Kana tie then. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and take care of yourselves.